Like good morning, good evening, good night, whatever time this message meets you. I trust that you and your family are well. This morning, I just want to share some information with you. It is related to a recent post that I made on the Tuskegee experiments. This has to do with some information that is coming out. Well, I don't know, many of you may or may not know that Pfizer had to release some of its trial document. Not some. They have been ordered to release trial documents related to the COVID-19 vaccine. And well, about 3 or 4 weeks ago, that process started. Initially, 10,000 pages. A few days ago, another 11,000 pages were released, and I think it's something like in the next few weeks we could expect another 80,000 pages to be released. Now, I would quote just one part of a SEC filing that was released as well, based on the COVID-19 vaccine. Now, the SEC filing is a document which corporations who trade publicly have to register, right, with the SEC's Securities and Exchange Commission, and they are required to do so by law. And this is a part of that document. I said I wouldn't go through it. I mean, these documents are online for those who are interested in it, and it's quite interesting. And when I read it, I'll go through and recall some of the things that were being said publicly to us. All right. This is under a section called risk factors, and it says this is Pfizer about their product. We may not be able to demonstrate sufficient efficacy or safety of our COVID-19 vaccine and or variant-specific formulations to obtain permanent regulatory approval in the United States, the United Kingdom, the European Union, or other countries where it has been authorized for emergency use or granted conditional marketing approval. All right. So now, again, it's a large document, but I thought that to be very, very interesting. I remember, persons who acted as though they were being paid to sell us a product and continue to harp on how this medication was safe and effective. Right now, these are people who had no idea at the time what was in the medication. They had no idea, right? They had no part of course, developing whatever formula it was, but was telling us who at many points were being bullied to take this treatment that it was safe and effective. Now, as I read here, the company itself, the manufacturers, stating to the shareholders that they could not significantly prove its efficacy or safety. Right now, what's interesting about this is that by law, the investors, if an investor discovers that information was withheld from them to make a financial decision, they could sue the company. Pfizer or whatever company that they see or discover that is withholding information. They are allowed by law to sue that company. Now, it's very interesting that the people who were being bullied and harassed, right, to take the medication could not sue if something happened to them. If they were injured in some way, right, if they had severe adverse effects, even if they died, right, if my child took it and they died, there was no remedy through the courts to, to seek redress. But those who were investing, they had not just access to the information, but, uh, but also the chance by law to sue the company that caused them to lose out on a financial opportunity. And I think that it's important for us to understand this because I'm seeing where a lot of times we underestimate the wickedness, right, that our leaders are willing to go along with in order to profit, right, or to advance an agenda, in many cases, which that is not theirs. And for us, we need to begin to understand that this world and the people who seek to advance themselves and to promote themselves in this world are doing so, right, many times to the detriment of others and capitalizing on others, the vulnerable, the weak, the ignorant, and they don't have any problems in doing that. Right now, again, as I mentioned in the last post, this is not new. This has always been going on, and by this we should have a better understanding and be better prepared to to resist when we have to, because at the end of the day we are being sent down a particular path that will lead to our demise. And if we have not recognized it as yet, our leaders have all, or the majority of them, I should say, have thrown their lot in with a group of people whose aim it is to to see us destroyed, right? And again, we must be careful that we're not participating in our own destruction. All right. So I bring this up to show that while people were advocating and encouraging others to take something that they claim was to your benefit, the company that produced the medication, right? They weren't as certain as persons who were promoting it on the outside. So, brothers and sisters, be very particular. Try to, again, I always say, seek information, seek wisdom, seek understanding. And I mean, that is the only way that we are going to be able to make decisions that are in our best interest and not hitch ourselves to others who are following an agenda that is not theirs. All right, so continue to be safe, be blessed, and until next time, you are willing, take care.